There are things that we experience but never talk about. A shadow moving in a corner, flickering of the lights, a disembodied voice. We invite you to talk with us, share your story, share your evidence, because this isn't just your story, this is our story. This is GhostBox.
Happy Sunday, everybody, and welcome to GhostBox Live. My name is Greg Bakun. Thank you very much for joining me tonight. A couple things I wanted to kind of bring up. Let's bring it up in a second. I'm just going to move my keyboard out of the way. I kind of got stuff moving here in kind of a hurry, so I never have my keyboard out in front of me when I do these fine programs. I got a lot of people already commenting. Who's here tonight? Okay, I'm just reading through who's here. Nice to see you all. Thank you so very much for joining me tonight. It's very kind of you. Tonight what we're going to try to do is reach out to our loved ones and see what we can do in terms of getting spirit interaction tonight. And I want to talk about that in a second. But as usual, there's some house cleaning I want to get through first. I know some of you said you've done this, and I appreciate it. If you could share this video out, I would really appreciate doing that, please, because we're not always looking for other people's that they may not want to necessarily reach out to their loved ones, but at the same time, maybe their intention will help as well. As we always say, it's not their energy, it's their intention that we want. Also, if you just bear with me when I go through all of this, I also do a Patreon. A few people have been kind enough to give me money. Some folks have upped their subscription. Whatever you can do is greatly appreciated. The link is in the description of this video, so please consider doing so. It really helps quite a bit. There's always a lot of work that goes into, because this isn't, I asked for this stuff during GhostBox Live, but what this does is it affects everything that we're doing for investigating out of town, doing the living paranormals, anything, the radio show, all of it. So if you would consider helping, that'd be great. For those of you who have, thank you very much. For those of you who don't want to, I understand. This, as always, does not affect whether or not I call on you. It doesn't affect anything. What it does is it just is very nice, and it helps me out greatly. That's all I'm going to say about that. If I move you tonight through, we get a response or something, or you feel like a loved one came through, this is also in the description for the video. You can send a love donation. What love donation means simply is that it's a donation because you appreciate what's happening. Once again, if you do not find that this is what you want to do, once again, not a problem, but I'm going to put it out there all the same. And also, a number of people ask me for this. If you want to do a private spirit box session where we try to reach out to your loved ones, no guarantee of response. We do our best. Then send me a note, please, a private message. A couple of you have done so. Feel free to, do so, and I can tell you what it's about, what happens, how it works, because I've created a system of how I like to do it. And that way it's, a very clean way of trying to reach out to a loved one. So reach out to me if you want to do that. Let's see, what else do we have to talk about before we move on with anything else? I'm just kind of looking around. We have a lot of events going on, and I'm going to start breaking them out and talking about them during these as well. But feel free to follow us over at Parafriends Events. This is a great way for you to find out about events. We're doing stuff. We're going to be doing stuff where you don't have to leave your home. So there's going to be a lot of cool things that are happening, and it's a great way to kind of stay in the loop. some stuff doesn't happen near you. Some stuff will happen near you. We are all over the place, and it's very cool. It's very blessed to be able to do any of that. So really appreciate it. Let's see here. A lot of people saying hello. Very nice of you all to join in and say hi. Very nice to see you. One thing I wanted to talk about, first of all, on my radio show today, I talked about forgiveness. And what I also want to talk about is the fact that we got kicked off of the internet. And I'll tell you why this happens, because this happens once in a while with my stuff, and it might happen with other folks here. When I do my opening, which I own the music for, and a friend did the voiceover for it. The one you hear at the beginning of this as well. But then when I go into the radio show itself, I always use transitional music. That's often a popular piece of music. And that, for radio stations, there's something called ASCAP, ASCAP, meaning that you have the right, if you buy into it, you have the right to use whatever music you want to. And so we can do that for the radio show. It doesn't work that way for Facebook. You didn't buy in for Facebook that way. As a matter of fact, there really isn't a piece in place for that. So you have these robots, these little bots that go and they start hearing music, and it's familiar. Some is not, it doesn't matter. Others, it matters. So AC/DC today, that was one of them. And so you end up getting completely kicked off. And so we had to put ourselves back on. The problem is, people might be like, well, then don't use music like that. Well, ultimately, the radio show is for radio. So that's going to be my first and foremost. We reach 100,000 people. I have tens of thousands of people who listen to the radio show, which is, I'm very blessed. So it's always thinking what makes that the best. And then hopefully we get a number of people who watch the online. And it's really unfortunate that Sony, I understand Sony needs to protect its property, but at the same time, 15, 20, 30 seconds of the song isn't stealing, I guarantee it's not stealing any of the revenue for AC/DC. But that's just how it is. So that's what happened today. So I just wanted to let you all know, because a couple of you asked, a couple of you were wondering what was going on, and that was really what was happening. It was certainly not because of anything other than that, and it'll happen before it happens again. What I won't ever do is I won't have any Beatles music on there, because Beatles, you just can't even, that's just a minefield that you do not want to even go near. But that is very much the situation today. So if it happens again, and if you all don't mind being a little patient, stick around. We will reboot, and like we did today, and bring it back on. And I understand if you're all just like, you went off the air, you're out of luck, you lost our listenership. I understand that too, and I apologize for that. It's how it works, and it's not just something we have to click back on. There's some work that goes through that. Today our engineer is Patrick, and he needed to redo some stuff. So that's the story of that. So sorry if that was inconvenient, because it was a good conversation with Rob Guttrow today about the Birdcage Theater. So if you want to find it online on any of our networks, it's in two parts. If you go to am950radio.com, and you just want to download the MP3, it's all there, and it's all there, and it's wonderful beauty. So that being said, what else do we have going on over here? We're going to get to a couple of things, but talking about forgiveness is how I opened that show today, and I've been kind of in a euphoria about it, and the thing about forgiveness is that what I've been finding more and more is that it's obviously very liberating. And I know that there's many people here who, are of a plane that, they're not bothered, they forgive and forget, they move on, they move forward. And I really want to just kind of put out there for those who have not been able to forgive. And I understand fully that for those of you who do not forgive, there are reasons for that. It's not just like, oh, you're good to go. But at the same time, uh, just weigh about how it feels on your heart and on your health and how you are. And as I said this afternoon, and I truly believe this, if you ever get anything from me in terms of like if anything I ever have said sticks with you, if anything that I've ever done through the years makes an impression on you in the paranormal, and it's that paranormal is two things. It's what people call a paranormal, but it's really the metaphysical. And it is a matter of that oneness, the um, being in a place that you are able to um, be one with other people, be one with spirits, be one with everything else. Let go of that anger, let go of that stuff that is super that's the weight bringing you down, because being able to do that is going to allow you to be a better investigator. It's going to be able to be a better medium, a better person that can reach out to spirits. And I feel like since we changed out the Ouija board and we changed out other things, and that I'm just the stuff that's been going on with me, I feel lighter, I feel better. So that's the only reason why I'm telling you all this. I'm not preaching to you. I'm just, like I said, it's a euphoria because I have been able to experience it, and I want others to as well. Don't hold on to it. Don't let it linger. Get rid of it. Let go if you can. And like I said, there are many, many reasons why someone cannot, and that they're valid. It's not for me to ever say whether something is valid or not. In terms of, I'm just telling you, if you feel like that it can happen and that you really can do so, my recommendation is giving it a try. Okay. And I don't mean to be. I do not need to be uh, uh, trying to preach to any of you. I don't come from a place of superiority, and you all know that. I come from a place of someone who just had some really good experiences with it. I want to share it with you. I hope you all give it some thought, if for those who need it. And then for many of you who have told me the same thing over time, thank you very much, because this isn't something I came to by myself. But we were able to in my situation, and I was very clear on the radio show this afternoon, it was a situation with my ex-wife and everything else. We were able to forgive each other. And, there is something extraordinarily powerful about it. And there's other people that I wish would forgive, but that's their problem. It's not mine. If you have people who will not forgive you, that's on them. There's nothing we can do about that. That's something that they'll hold on to, and that will age them, that will do all sorts of things to them that that they just have to live with. All I know is that this is my reality right now. So and Lynette, you and I are on the same page. I said ages, you said causes disease. I mean, it's just like I said, there's reasons why people are angry. People don't want to forgive, and they're valid reasons about certain things and issues. Just for those of you who are holding on, just think it through, right? What is the reason for it? So we're done. We're done with the preaching for today. We'll do it next week on a different subject. I'm just kidding. I just felt like it was something that was really on my mind, and in a good way. So where are we here? This is where we are. So we have a couple words on the obelisk today. Anyone here named Karen? Because Karen's name came through the obelisk. Okay. And now I don't want people to send me a note saying, well, my sister is in Arkansas and her name's Karen. I'm asking you, is anybody named Karen? Okay. So that's where we're starting. The two words on here is Karen and holy. Okay. So that's what that's what I want to kind of talk to you about. So we'll see about that. Once again, I don't want to hear, well, I have a, second, third cousin removed named Karen. That's not what I'm asking. That's not what that's on there for. So just let me know. So um, we're just going to kind of go with that. Now, as usual, now the camera is it's kind of pixelated today. It's not super clear. It's not a good connection on this camera, at least. But let's go through the usual suspects, right? We have our good friend, we have this guy, we have this guy here. See, I touched it and it went off. That goes to show you can't touch it. Whatever just came through, circle, or was it older? I do not count that as a spirit response. So we have that. We have our good friend, the little cat ball. Come on, there you go. And of course, we have the bell. So maybe the bell will move. It'll be harder. I'm going to have to be very careful because with it being so crappy quality today, and I'm not sure why, if we're not getting just a good response or anything, if because sometimes when it's all pixelated, it almost looks like it's moving. So we just have to be careful. Hello? Someone want to talk to us? Could you do that again for me, please? Someone trying to reach out to us. We'd love to see those lights go off again, please, if you would. As Chuck calls it, a REM pod. Can you do that again, please? You don't want to? You're welcome to do it anytime you want. So just feel free to, okay? Let's see here. What do we got going on? Just reading through some comments here real fast. Annette says it's moving. I can confer that it is moving. The bell is moving right now. It is moving to and fro in front of the camera. So the next question is, and this is me, is there any breeze? That's me. That's me. Is there any breeze that is coming through to move it? Boy, why is it so crappy looking tonight, though? You know what I mean? No, you're right. You got it right. You're completely right. I'm just watching. So why don't we get started, right? And see what we can come up with and see what happens. And just kind of I don't know. Cool, huh? All right. Should we do some protection, folks? Should we do a little bit of getting ourselves ready to go here, have spirit communication, see what we can come up with, see who can talk to us. And I need some more Florida water. I'm running out. I know I have more, but it's there. I mean, I said that stuff has been cleaned out of my house, and you all are probably sick to death hearing me say that everything's been cleaned out, but it also means that new disasters have been created. So that means that there is more Florida water in the house somewhere. I'm happy I found my spirit boxes. I still haven't found my flashlight. That's why it's not there. And that flashlight is my favorite. So it's around here somewhere in theory. But I will say one of the things that is kind of upsetting a little bit, but it wasn't done on purpose. I know this wasn't done on purpose. Hopefully it comes back. And my sister is on here tonight, so I think she'll remember what I'm talking about. Um, was that when my mom died, there was a blue jacket that she wore in the house. And it was kind of not a heavy jacket, but it was kind of like an indoor jacket. When she was cold, she'd wear it. And on the inside it had like stripes and stuff. And I had it in my closet upstairs in my room, which was the master bedroom. And when Jolene went through and cleaned out everything, it's a woman's jacket. She thought it was hers and she took it. So she took my mom's jacket. And I held on to it because you do such things like that. And so when I asked her, can you please find and get it back? It's been a very good situation, between her and I. Hopefully she finds it, but she left with 21,000 pounds of stuff. So it's, you know, I may never see it again, and that's just going to have to be okay. So protection starts here, right? So does forgiveness as it happens. Funny enough, isn't it funny? They're the same thing in some ways. It starts here, and just think, we did healing on last Tuesday, and I've had a number of people reach out to me when we did the healing that said that it actually worked on them and that they felt like much better the next day. So I think we're gonna have to do more healing sessions, specifically healing, because I think it worked out very well. And maybe that just comes organically in the sessions. But so the protection is that you just think of your loved ones, you think of everyone who has passed that you want always around you. You ask for their help, you ask for their strength. And the same with your spirit guides, with your archangels. That's what we've been talking about, is our archangels as well, our Saint Michael, our Raphael, all these great angels that are here to help us. We just have to ask, right? And so what we're going to do is you just ask all those people. I can feel it building already. You might be able to feel the energy building. For me, it is just like almost like reinforcements in my arms. I'm feeling a tingling sort of like, not like, ooh, this is weird. This is more just like I'm feeling it. It's like a reverberation of sorts. If you don't feel that, doesn't mean it's not working. It just means that everything happens differently for different people. Don't just go off of what one person says. It's your own experience. And you just get that white light, and you just have that grow and grow and grow. And the whole time just thinking good thoughts. Make sure your feet are planted on the ground, thinking good thoughts, and that it just grows and grows and grows. And what we have is this fantastic shield. And you take that shield and you just push it. I do it. I just energetically push it. I just imagining it hitting the walls, all the walls in my house, because I want to extend that to the people who are not doing anything. Remember, folks, protection is so that we don't have spirits just holding on to us, globbing on, just being stuck to us. We don't want that. What we want is to be able to have that spirit communication. But, it's like a party. When the party's done, go home, get out of here. We don't want you here. I got my own stuff. I got my own people here that, I can't get rid of, and they have to be here. So just imagine, I don't need the spirit here. So that is what that is. Now, let's do a recording as well. So it's some of you probably know the recording from here is going to sound different than what you're hearing, because you're going to hear the white noise come through on this. It's weird how, this is why I keep using the SB7. It's weird how those that white noise is kind of filtered out. It feels like when I listen back to this, it's always filtered out. You're only really hearing the responses, which I think is pretty cool. August 21st, we are GhostBox Live, Sunday night, 10/29. In 2 days, it would be my 20th anniversary if I were still married. Isn't that weird? It's so strange. All right, let's see. I'm just seeing what anyone else has to say, but spirits, just a reminder, feel free to use anything on the table to communicate with us. The bell looks like it's moving actually quite a bit. Not on the camera though. I'm seeing it. It's slowing down actually. It's moving to and fro, but you can't really tell on there. And so we'll keep our eye on that. Spirit, feel free to use the bell. Go crazy on it. I mean, if it goes flying off, that's fine too. Whatever you want. Knocks, lights, if you want to dim the lights, whatever you want to do. You have my permission to do it, but you also have my permission to talk with me tonight. Use me as a conduit and speak through this device. My name is Greg. I'm speaking tonight. My intention tonight is to speak with our loved ones, to speak with only loved ones of love and above. We only want our spirits who want to talk to us, not anyone who wants to be negative or hurtful. All right? That is our intention for tonight. Let's have some fun. After we do the next, the usual 10-minute bit where I'm trying to get this thing to work. See how loud it is. Someone just say hello on Kermit. That's what it sounded. It sounded like his voice. Like, do we have Jim Henson here? Well, that's going to be one we're going to do for our experimental sessions. Once again, my name is Greg. We're hoping you'll come through and talk to us tonight. We need to hear you. Oh, so far away. I am looking for anyone who wants to talk with us tonight. Any spirits here that would like to say hello?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Was that, oh, I'm sorry? That's what it sounded like to me. Oh, I'm sorry. What are you sorry about? No reason to be sorry to us.
Oh, Dad.
You hear that? Something about a dad. Somebody's dad. Jeremy? Is somebody's dad here? Can you say the name of the person who you'd like to connect with that would be watching? Well, this is where we're going to change stuff up here. Where are we here? Christina. Christina, you said, I hope my dad comes through. Christina, what is your dad's name, please? Is David here?
Hello.
Hello, are you David?
What's up?
I said, what's up? David, if you're here, could you turn a light on or something over there for me, please? Now, the bell is moving quite a bit. Let's get into that here for a second. You can't tell. Oh, all right. Vince. Vince, are you here? Now the bell has stopped. Amanda, that's a gift. Amanda, that's your mediumship abilities that you should be asking that, and the first thing that comes to mind should be who that is. It's not going to come through the spirit box. That has to be from here to figure out who that is. That's a gift. Sorry about that. Vince, are you here? Vince, can you say your son's name so we know that you're here, please? Vince, we'd love to hear from you if you're around. Funny enough, I had this very same thing happen yesterday. I'll try to remind you. Oh, there's something else I got to tell you all about, but I'll tell you afterwards. I'll forget, but we'll do my best. On behalf of Christina, Frankie, are you here? That sounded like not a nice word that came through. More of a phrase than a word. That seemed like an FU that came through. Did someone hear something else, maybe a little bit better than what I thought it was? Frankie, your daughter would really like to hear you. She asked specifically for you if you could come through tonight. Yeah, it was. Oh, good. The funny thing is, I'm not sure if she was saying what she heard on the spirit box or she's just telling me that. Especially after I brought through her mother last week. Very rude. Let's see here. Who is? Oh. Something furry just went up against my ankle, and it's not Linus. He's not here. Linus. I did an Estes session, double Estes session with Greg Koss last week, and Linus's name came through twice. Is somebody watching Linus? Does somebody want to say his name again, please? Christina, do you think that was your dad that said that? Told me to Effenheimer off. Frankie, was that you that told me to F off? Can you tell me that again? All right, we're gonna move away from Frankie for a second. Frankie, keep talking to us. Turn on a device. Light something up. Throw something. It's okay. You have my permission. Christine, I'm so sorry for your loss. I've been there. You don't get over it. What's your mom's name, Christine? Not moving. Which Greg? Me or Koss? Whatever. Spirit Box just said love you. And not going to this person. Whatever. All right. Who's the love you for? Who are you talking to? Who can we pass that message along to? We'd love to pass it along. You know, I have a feeling, I think I talked over, I have a feeling that there is messages, there's stuff coming on that I'm not seeing. Let me just see real fast. Hey, Greg, for whatever it's worth, I'm not seeing your comments through StreamYard. So just know that if I'm not answering you on here, something's not coming through. Okay. Now, I always struggle with this. How do I say who is asking for Uncle John or Uncle Ray? Do you go by T? You go by T. Lynn? You go by Lynn? Help? Let me know how you prefer me to use the address, and then I will do so. Terry, thank you. Thank you. I hope I didn't give away some informant program or something that you've been hiding away from the government or something. Your name is now out there. I am looking to see if Uncle John would come through for Terry. Male voice, very. Uncle John, is that you? Are you? Can you say Terry's name for us, please, to validate? Now, Christina thought that she heard your name, Terry. I personally did not hear it. Like a small female voice came through saying, I like it. Did you hear it, though? What about Uncle Ray? Uncle Ray, are you there? Can you come through, please, for Terry? And that's fine. Whoops, probably just talked over Uncle Ray. But the thing is, it's good to know, like, if you didn't hear it, that's totally fine. Because then we'll try to have it so you hear it. Joshua, it's good to point out, not much activity. Well, not much that we're picking up. There's still a lot of those under voices that we can't hear. When I'm looking at the playback on another page, it looks like the quality of both videos are not very good tonight. Barbara's asking if the bell's moving. I don't see it moving. I wonder why we have such poor quality tonight. We shouldn't. I'm a little confused by it myself. Another small female voice. Yeah? Keep going. That's more of the positive affirmation that I'm looking for. No, I'm looking, and it doesn't look good on my. I mean, what I'd see on StreamYard looks just fine, but when I have other pages up to just kind of read some other comments, and they don't look good at all. I don't know why. I'm hardwired in. I don't understand. Wi-Fi is off. I should be hardwired in. It confuses me. It is blurry. It's gotten worse, hasn't it? And Joshua continues to argue with me. He said that not much activity, and then when I said that there is activity, we're not hearing it, he says, nope, dead, silent. It just is. Nope, Joshua, no offense, you're not correct on that, okay? We are getting activity, but it is hard to understand. There is interference, and I'm not sure where it's coming from. It shouldn't be happening at all. We might call it an early night because I don't know really what to do with that. So unless someone wants to come through for us. Has it gotten progressively worse through the night? It's looking fine for Amanda. It's just weird because I'm looking at my Facebook pages now and they just are absolutely horrible tonight. I don't know what's going on here. So anyone wants to come through tonight? Because it feels like that there isn't a lot of folks that want to be heard. It doesn't have to be loved ones. It could be anybody coming through. But we're looking for some spirits to talk to us tonight. It now feels like just about nothing is coming through at all. How we're doing over here. Anything happening over here? I swear, I just heard your name, your first and last name. Anyone else hear that? But it was a male. Anybody else hear that? You heard sorry. Your name. That's why I put it up on the screen. I thought I heard your name, your first and last name. Thought I heard Penny Kelly. But you heard Johnny. Amanda and Tracy heard sorry. So it could be anybody's guess, really. Yes, your name. Joshua heard I'm sorry. Terry heard, "Hey, Terry." So we all heard something a little different tonight. Absolutely. Could be our own individual messages. Saying sorry to a lot of people at once. I seem to be losing more internet over here, actually. Like images aren't showing up. Like people's profile pics and stuff are not showing up. Now you all start hearing Penny. Maybe now you will all start to believe me when I said I heard it. I think your name's been said twice. No, everybody's now hearing that. But no one believed me the first time I said it. Maybe, just maybe, I know what I'm talking about. Right? Thank you. Is someone here wanting to talk to Penny? And can you speak louder for us, please? We're having a hard time hearing you tonight. Exactly. Who's trying to get a hold of Penny? How are you doing? I don't know if that was what's said. I kind of felt like it was something along those lines, but maybe you all heard something different. Female, an entire sentence. Bobby. Just thought I heard a name I haven't heard in a very long time come through the box. Can you say it again, or better yet, can you say what your name is? I would be able to identify who you are. Can you repeat that for me, please? Is your name Jean? Gene? Your name Jean? Is there a specific reason you're coming through tonight? No, it didn't.
Yes.
Annette, you heard your name. I'll be honest, I heard a different name. Could be one of the same. The red shine is going to be the reflection, Annette, from the red light that I have. The bell is right next to me. That's why. The bell is, as you'll see, right next to me. So that is from this, okay? What we're going to do is we're going to call it a night with the spirit box because it's not bad energy. It's just an odd energy tonight all around. And this internet thing is kind of bugging me a little bit. It shouldn't be that way. So we're gonna call it a night. We're gonna shut down this session in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We are going to shut that down, and we will just, and that happens, right? That happens sometimes where some nights are not as strong as other nights, but that's okay. And we'll just do it another night. Tracy just asked if the planchette had moved. I didn't see it move, and I'm not saying. I mean, I'll go back and take a look. Did you see it move, or did you, or are you just? Oh, I moved the planchette at one point because we had the Palo Santo underneath it, and I moved it at one point during the live. So, and I thought I did it on camera. So yeah, just let me know if maybe I'll take a look back and see if it moved. I don't think it moved though, and it's hard to tell with it being crappy. You could see half the D before. Well, that'd be interesting. That would be really cool if it moved. I'm gonna have to take a look at that and see. You could see half the D. All right. But yeah, very interesting. So we have that. One of the things that I noticed this morning that I wanted to tell you all about was that this morning I had a very busy morning, and then I went to upstairs to take a shower. When I did so, I do know I was watching Food Network. It was Food Paradise on, and after I finished my breakfast and stuff, I left the TV on down here, and I went upstairs and took a shower. And when I got out of the shower, it didn't sound like it was a food show anymore. And I came down here, and the channel had been changed to the Travel Channel, and it was a documentary about Villisca. And I didn't change the channels. They're not even near each other as far as on the cable system. So no one else would have changed it. It's not like on the remote and like Linus came over and stepped on it or something. Linus was upstairs with me the whole time. So during my shower, something changed the channel from Food Network to Travel Channel, and it was a Villisca Axe Murder House documentary. It was pretty incredible, actually. So I'm not sure really what it was. And no, Linus did not do it. I know Linus did it. No, Linus did not do it. He was upstairs with me the entire time. So something happened, and that was really interesting. I found that to be a really interesting thing. So yeah, that was crazy. I can't explain it. Doesn't mean it's paranormal, but I can't explain it. So was interesting. And whenever, well, and Lynette, I'm going to be at oops, sorry, Lynette. I'm going to be at Velisca in October for I forget which date it is. You don't need to know the date; doesn't matter. But I'm going to be there. So yeah, and there's been a couple things that's happened in this house that like, I don't know if you remember back in March when Christy was here and we did some spirit box sessions, that the word Velisca came up a number of times, and some other things that were attached to that location came through a couple times. So just who knows, and it very well could be Jade. It very well could be a message. And so that's interesting. And to point, that's what I wanted to mention, was that that same thing happened to me last night. And that's where, Amanda, I would challenge you to, using mediumship. It's not even mediumship. It's like, what do I associate that scent with? And then you will figure it out. Spirit box is not going to tell us that. So last night I'm sitting in my office and I edited a video together last night, and I was like kind of sitting back and watching the monitor, and all of a sudden something hit me, a scent, and the scent was very familiar, and I knew immediately who it was. And I was just like, how are you? And scents are very prevalent. A lot of people get those. Not everyone pays attention to it, but definitely pay attention to the scents, and pay attention anytime you get a gift of some kind, whether it be a scent, whether it's a feather, whether it's whatever else, that pay attention to it, because it's a gift. You want to know who it's from. So if you can think about it, you'll be able to figure out who it's from. You'll be able to make it you'll be able to make it out. You'll be able to figure out, because a gift should be acknowledged, and a gift should be, a gratitude should be given for any gifts that come through. I keep all my feathers. I keep everything that I find, and I keep the money separate, like change and stuff. So definitely, keep those in mind, and figure that stuff out yourself, so you can figure it out. All right, Jill, you're throwing around the Claire. What Claire is it? What Claire is it? There's a number of Claires. What Claire would that be with the scent? So with that being said, I'm trying to think about Tuesday. I'm not sure what we'll do for Tuesday yet, but we'll do something. I'm not sure. Is it clairsentient? I don't think it's clairsentient though, because that would be my first thing. But I don't think it is. Not to doubt you, but I think I've been messed up a couple times by calling it clairsentient. I always get my clairs figured out. And for those of you who don't know, all these clairs with word after that's are different types of skills and gifts that you have as a medium, and just intuitive, I guess that's probably a better word of putting it. And we'll do aliens at some point again, yeah. And we'll just figure it out. I'm not sure who yet, but we'll figure it out. It'll be fun. It'll be good. We'll do that Tuesday. As far as anything else is concerned, let's see. Annette says coffee is her mom. I get it. Robin says, I smelled cherry pipe tobacco earlier and got the urge to clean out a closet. Found my dad's Masonic apron in the back of the closet. He passed over a year. How nice. How very nice. I think I bored you all with my story before about earlier this year. I was having a reading from a woman in Ireland. She was doing my reading, and it's I started to pick up very strong cherry tobacco during the reading. I was here and she's in Ireland. And then it went away. And then she's like, wow, I smell it over here now. And then it went back over to me. And it went back and forth a little bit between the two of us. And that was pretty interesting. I thought that was really neat. I know I always get them confused. And you know what? At least when I look it up, there isn't a clear like list of what it is. Yeah, the angels during the double Estes was very interesting. It was a good double Estes. It was a very good double Estes. Much more came out of that than what we got tonight, that's for sure. And we'll do more angels. Excuse me. We'll do more angels. We'll do more healing at some point. We'll just figure out like a time to do it. Maybe once a month or once every couple months or something like that. I'm glad that people got something out of that because I did. I certainly did. Let's see. Anything else? I'm just boring everybody over here now with stuff, but we can definitely try again next week. A number of you had put through relatives that you wanted me to pick up. It just wasn't really, I wasn't feeling it tonight, I think, to be very honest. And I think, honestly, I hate to say it, not about Greg, but when I don't feel it, we don't get stuff. I really think that I am connected that much to it, at least for my sessions, not like everybody else's sessions, but for my session, and make your wish now. My session, I always seem like if I can't do it, then it's not coming through on a Sunday or Tuesday night. And I think I'm just a little bit tired. It was a very active day today. So hopefully Tuesday will be a little bit better. Tuesday will be more, hopefully less crazy. Sundays are very crazy. And yeah, tonight was just off. A couple of you are saying that it just is. It happens. We had such a good one Sunday, such a good one Tuesday. And then with the Estes session on Wednesday, that it just sometimes happens. And that's okay. Yeah, I know. I feel like I'm making excuses for myself. So let's see here. Anything else before we go? Any other questions or anything? Other than that, I think what we'll do then is we'll call it a night. Hopefully, you all can join me Tuesday. Hopefully, and more so too. I hope that the internet. It might just be like a bad internet in terms of like my local area, that maybe they're doing some work or something. It's not working because honestly, it should work. I am hardwired in. This is not Wi-Fi I'm using. And so that's a bummer. That's a bummer. And Jill, thank you so much. That's very kind of you to say. You know, we'll hopefully have a better session on Tuesday. Yeah, of course you enjoyed it. Your name came through. You're like the only one. So yeah, everyone have a good night. I will see you all Tuesday. For those of you who can't join me Tuesday, then of course I will just see you next Sunday. Everyone have a good week, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care, everyone.